Hey everyone, it's me, back again, reading some Umineko no Naku Korone.
Big answer back with Umineko no Naku Koroni, translated in English, the seagulls cry, better known as Umineko when they cry. I'm here with my co-host Mario Fan 055, as he has already introduced himself, hopefully, and we are here with Umineko, like I
I
said.
was getting to that part, but
I wanted to do that one. So our pre-Umineko talk is have now been dubbed. We'll be discussing the first 5 rules of Van Dyne's 20 rules, 20 commandments, whatever you call them.
20 or Valentine's 20.
I'll read each of them aloud. You've already read the first 5 to yourself right before we started. You just give
Right.
me any thoughts you have on them and if they relate to Umineko or not, okay?
Okay.
The reader must have this is number 1. The reader must have an equal opportunity with the detective for solving the mystery. So, how do you feel about that one? Anything in particular? I mean,
Uh,
it's pretty straightforward.
yeah, I mean, like,
It's not
I
a
do
detective novel if you can't reason it out yourself.
exactly.
So, I mean, of course, it's Umineko a detective novel. No, it's a visual novel.
I, I mean, it's basically a detective novel, I guess, right?
Yeah. So, 2. No willful tricks or deceptions may be played on the reader other than those played legitimately by the criminal and the detective himself. So, joke's on you. Your Kushio 7 is the one pulling on the tricks on you. Looks like he's the culprit.
How
Uh,
wacky.
so,
The
that
author is the
means
culprit.
basically, let's say. Okay, who's the. This guy's innocent. You know, we have Goda as this guy's the culprit. Who's the. This guy is innocent. He's no way related to the crime. You name someone. Because if I name someone, you see how that would work?
Right, exactly.
So name a character. Name a wacky character. Who's
A
not
wacky
Goda?
character
Who's not Goda?
who couldn't be okay? Who's not Goda? I don't know, like.
I mean, we could do Kinzo. Okay,
Jessica.
let's say Jessica. Let's say Kinzo was not involved in anything, which you may or may not be. Okay,
Hmm.
Kinzo can't just decide, oh, I'm gonna lock myself in the furnace and pretend to for a funny joke. You
Who
know.
would do that? I could see Kenzo doing that.
Okay. Now let's move on from that. 3. There must be no love interest in the story. Now with this one, I'm gonna say Umineko breaks at least one of these rules. Possibly more than one, but at least one of these. Romance is a theme in Umineko, and it obviously breaks this one. You know, we've already seen with Shannon and George.
Right. But I think it refers to the detective having a love interest,
N-
not.
no, the business at hand is to bring a criminal to the bar of justice, not to bring a love lorn couple to the hymnal altar. It's just a couple in general. It's not supposed to be a romance. It's supposed to be a detective story.
Okay.
And romance is an important theme in Umineko.
I guess to be fair, the entire novel also doesn't take complete place around the detective too, though.
True, but 4. Wait, do you have anything else to say about that one?
Not much.
Okay. The detective himself, or one of the official investigators, should never turn out to be the culprit. Anything you have to say about that?
Sounds fair, right?
Who does the detective refer to in this case?
Battler, right?
Okay. Which, if we assume this is true, that means Battler can't be involved with the crime.
Right.
And finally, number. Oh, do you have anything else about that? There's not too much more to say about that, other than if we assume it's true, that means Battler.
That means Battler did not kill anyone. Say it in
Yeah.
red.
5. Although, an interesting thing to note, almost all detective stories take place from the Watson's perspective, not the Sherlock's.
Oh,
So, I mean, if we were to assume by that logic, that means Battle is Watson and the detective is actually someone else. Although, I mean, is there anyone in the story who actually has a role like that? Because there's not, really.
not. I mean, everybody in episode one tries to make sense of the murders, but I
I
don't
mean,
think there's any character in the story so far that could be the detective while Battler is the Watson. So
I mean, it's said by, Beatrice that he's the only one who, at the end, didn't accept the witch. So you could assume that means, everyone accepted magic, except for him. And I mean, a detective wouldn't accept magic, I'd assume.
Unless they're insane.
Or battler. Ayo.
I mean, you know,
5.
hand in hand.
The
Hand
culprit
in
must be determined by logical deductions, not by accident or coincidence or unmotivated confession. So, I don't think that really applies too far to what we've seen so far. Given,
It's like if Kinzo locked himself in the furnace at the very end, jumped out and said, "Aha, it was me."
Wait, how do you know that happens?
Wait, wait.
He just ruined it! Cut the video!
I can see Kinzo doing that.
How far into... Are we 5 minutes? Do you just want to do all these? Because this is kind of fun. Okay. 6. The detective novel must have a detective in it. And a detective is not a detective unless he detects. That one's kind of arguable if it breaks it or not. At least with the first episode. Like, what do you call Battler a detective? As in, did he detect much?
I mean, I don't remember too much from the first episode because it's been like, I think it's
True.
legit been a year since I read Umineko.
It hasn't been... Actually, it might have been that long. Ha!
But,
I mean, in the shed, he was too busy crying. Evan Hideyoshi's room. They were basically just kicked out almost immediately. I mean, Can in the boiler room? I mean, he didn't really...
he was detecting Shannon's chest with his hands.
Oh, true! 7. There must be a corpse in a detective novel. And basically,
Well,
there are multiple corpses.
I'm not sure. Are they all dead?
I'll say it in your head. At least one person died in episode 1.
Okay.
That's freebie.
I'll write that down.
Okay, 8. The problem of the crime must be solved by strictly naturalistic means. So, no magic to solve crimes. We'll go through the first 10 of these and then start the episode. How's that? So,
Okay.
basically, he's not allowed to use magic to say magic isn't you. You could argue that means the red truth, but... Again, Umineko's far from typical, so saying it breaks that, And 9. There must be but one detective. So, there's only one detective allowed.
There's only one protagonist of detection. One Deus Ex Machine.
Yeah. Oh, oops. And number 10. The culprit must turn out to be a person who has played a more or less prominent part in the story. That is, it's not just about to be Lunin, who was mentioned once in passing. So, if you take that to be true, that means it's one of the 18. Okay. Now then, should we get started?
Yep.
Okay, let me go ahead and load in here. Are you on Jessica saying why, I think?
I should probably hit start.
Start? Oh, like
Load.
load in. Okay, I just did that too, so... Oh, wait a moment. It's your line first, so you go ahead and start. Whenever you're ready. It's been a while since you've done this, by the way. It's been at least a month. Hold on here. But go load. Oh yeah, it's been one day less than a month. It's October 1st right now. Was that you saying what or? That didn't sound like a what.
That was a woo.
Yeah, that was a woo.
What? What do you mean separate rooms? So wait, you and George Nissan stayed in different rooms on purpose?
My text is still scrolling at a very fast speed.
Yes, is it really so strange? Jessica's cheeks had been stuffed with a chocolate-coated Shinsoku biscuit that Shannon had brought as a present from Okinawa. And it all came flying out at Shannon when Jessica cried out, "Why is this happening?"
What?
The text is weird and it's making me mad.
What, is it scrolling really fast for you?
It's scrolling fast and then it's like stopping and then going and
Oh,
stopping.
it's like lagging.
Yes.
Mine's just Sonic Hedgehog, just vroom. We got it fast on a Saturday.
Shannon, why did you even go on a trip to Okinawa? You were even alone with George Nissan. Well, he said there was a huge aquarium in Okinawa and invited me to go. And I like fish and stuff. No! That's not the point! We're talking about a healthy guy and a girl going on an overnight trip, right? And you're saying there weren't even any hugs and kisses? And seriously, what's up with the guy and a girl staying in different rooms? As for kisses, no comment. But we did have George's
Lewd!
chest was
Lewd!
warm. That's not the point! Ah, jeez. Why do couples like this exist?
So how's the power ranking? What's better?
Jeez!
Hold on, what's
What?
better? Shannon's chest or George's chest? Which is stronger? Which would win in a fight?
I can't take it anymore.
Is that you
I'm not
saying
answering.
Jessica's line, or is that you responding to my question?
Listen, I'm not answering this question. This is a loaded question.
Oh, who's doing narration? Since you have both characters here, should I take it?
Go ahead.
From Shannon's point of view, it was an incredibly happy trip for various reasons. Oh, the text is normal now! But it looked like Jessica found their pace to be pretty irritating. For a while, Jessica chewed her present, to planning about romance and pretending to faint in agony on her bed. Now the text is really slow. Shannon and George had chosen to go to Okinawa because there's a huge aquarium there. They did this because an aquarium had given them the opportunity to start going out. Since their relationship had started in an aquarium, having their first overnight trip be also in an aquarium must have held some commemorative value. I said that right.
It's like a huge commemorative turning point in your first overnight trip. How could you not make all kinds of progress there? But instead, you both got separate rooms. A couple taking 2 single rooms.
What is she implying they do? Like cold hands?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, jeez, seriously, what's wrong with
Did she
you?
like fall down?
Yeah, it was like it's like an anime when they like do that fall and hit the ground really fast,
I don't know what you mean by that.
and then the roof flies off the house.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Uh, but we were both unmarried. Oh, now we're doing the marriage before holding hands thing. George Sun says showing restraint is good manners for a couple. Like I said, the whole point of this overnight trip was so you could overcome that stage, right? You should be way beyond just kissing and hugging by now. What else could they do, Jessica?
Hold hands. Very lewd.
Milady, I don't know what you mean by that. But George Sama was a real gentleman with me until the end. This is hard to read.
I bet.
That is, I mean, I also wondered if those things were happening, even though we are going out. I mean, it's not like we're married or anything. These things you seem to be expecting, should only be done after making a vow before God.
Shannon's a pure
And-
Christian girl.
And gold. Wait. Okay, never mind.
Oh, ow. Shannon's face got bright red. She made a circle with both hands, restlessly intertwining, separating and making heart marks for them. With them. Apparently, the dramatic progress Jessica had looked forward to hadn't happened, but it seemed to have a very important experience for Shannon in her own way. In the end, whether Jessica was jealous of Shannon or made fun of her, it didn't change the fact that Shannon had a huge lead on her. I'm not saying this one!
Horsey wants a boyfriend too!
No! You can't! No! Take it back!
You keep getting away with this! I can't believe you got ahead of me! Even though we promised that we'd find boyfriends at the same time, you beat me! You're a wonderful person, milady, so I'm sure you'll find someone wonderful much quicker than me. Don't try to console me! Shannon, you
Wait,
traitor. Get out!
hold on.
What?
Did you say console me?
Yeah.
Console me. Is it not?
Don't try to GameCube me!
Wait, hold on. Is it not pronounced console me?
Okay, okay, we're doing this again.
Oh no. What have I done this entire time?
Console.
What? It's actually pronounced console.
Console. Console.
I'd like to
Shut
apologize for my viewer
up!
base for saying console this entire time. And now you have to die.
I forgive you.
Just got through several cushion setter. But midway, wait, did he forgive me when I apologized to my audience?
Yes.
To the entire audience. She had a asthma attack and started to choke pretty badly. Shannon hurriedly ran over to a nearby side table and started searching around on top of it. A cute basket was placed there. Inside of it was Jessica's bronchodilator.
Hold on. We gotta look this one up too.
No, that has Umineko spoilers! The bronchodilator is the murder weapon.
I think that's okay. Okay, it's an inhaler.
Same thing. Shannon picked it up and handed it over to Jessica.
It is the same thing.
No, same thing. Jessica's asthma attacks her always came suddenly. Because of that, she always needed to carry this medicine around. She breathed in the medicine and, after a while, managed to overcome her choking as the asthma finally settled down. Shannon thought this was a good chance to leave and try to exit the room after bowing courteously. Courteously. Is it courteously or courteously?
I believe it's courteously.
Okay, I'm a genius. As she did, one more small cushion came flying and hit Shannon on the head. Yell ow in Shannon's voice. It'll be funny. Okay, there you go. She noticed that Jessica was on the verge of crying, half of her face buried in her last and favorite cushion. That face was red and meek.
Lady? Shannon, be honest with me. Is my hairdo and stuff weird?
Are you playing with the pachinko sprites or original sprites?
Original sprites.
Okay. So
Are the pachinko sprites weird? Let me see.
What?
How do I change them again?
Oh, I changed to Japanese. Switched to English.
I mean, I guess
Right
your
click.
hair does look a little different.
Oh, I was thinking, so your Kushio 7, he put all of his skill points into facial expressions. Like, he has 1 in everything else, but facial expressions, he has like a 2. No, but, look at Jessica's face.
He got 9 skill points.
Yeah, he got 9 skill points. All of them just facial expressions. 0 in everything else. It's like,
Alright.
I think you're on Shannon, be honest with me.
Yep.
Oh, did you already? No, okay.
I did. What are you saying? I think
Okay.
your hair is very beautiful. Then are my eyes strange? Or maybe my nose? Or is it the way I talk after all?
I think it's just the
That why
Yakushi's
you
art style. Hey.
Is that why Horsey can't get a boyfriend? Of course not. Horsey, you are wonderful enough as you are, and I think your charm will keep on increasing more and more from now
Am
on.
I Jessica?
Yes. But he's the only one who can't find a boyfriend. Saku and Hina managed to get boyfriends, but only Horsey can't. Is it because he doesn't have any charm after all? You know, everyone says they'll bring their boyfriends to the cultural festival. And I was so sure I'd have a boyfriend before then, so I started bragging. There's no way I'll get a boyfriend. I'm the only one.
Before she realized it, Jessica was shedding huge tears. Jessica didn't really feel like crying, and of course, she felt like supporting Shannon's progress in love as a friend. However, as she had cheered Shannon on, her true feelings had suddenly gotten mixed in. She couldn't help but shed tears. Shannon understood Jessica's innocent and easily injured heart. The rough style of speech Jessica usually used was all just an attempt to protect that fragile heart. As a daughter and successor of the Ushiromiya family, and as the girl isolated on Yakajima, the only person she could expose her true feelings to was Shannon. Shannon understood that, so she strongly regretted acting smug, even if it was only a little.
Sumanai. I'm so weird crying like this. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, did someone just join the... Oh, we're in a private call.
No, I was coughing, sorry.
No, but there's the Discord. Oh, did you leave the Discord to cough?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a wonderful person, milady. There's no way you won't find a wonderful man. Shannon, it's about time, right? If you don't go quickly, Genji-san and Mom will get mad. I'm just fine, so hurry up. Sorry for crying like this. I'm such a moron.
Is that you talking as Jessica or as Grant?
Yes.
Jessica faced away, acting as though she didn't really want to trouble Shannon. Did you say something?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Waving her hand as though chasing Shannon away. Shannon took that as a sign that Jessica didn't want to be bothered anymore, bowed her head, and left the room. When Shannon's footsteps disappeared into the distance, Jessica lay on the bed, still hugging a cushion. Oh, click. Click! Her expression... You got a problem?
Nope.
Her expression was still a little meek, with tears in her eyes. And that, for the first time in a long time, she had a very, very quiet and honest conversation with her heart. I also want to fall in love.
Okay, I guess you're Jessica now.
Oh, yeah, I did the thing with my eye. Where I make the peace sign.
Nico.
Does Nico do that?
I think so.
Okay. As Shannon happily watered the flowers beds in the garden, she sensed someone's presence. She turned around, thinking that if one of the family had come to visit, she must greet them. But what she saw was that witch.
Torichi-sama. It's been quite some time.
Pardon me? You stole my line now! Oh wait, you're Jessica, never mind.
You're Oh yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna tell you, your Jessica theory is gonna have a fun time this episode. I'll just say that.
Okay, right. You're
I'm Beatrice.
Beatrice, sorry.
Quite some time.
I was gonna give her a Skeletor voice.
How are you? Is your relationship with the one you love? Please stop. I guess that's the last remind. As Beatrice sat on the Yozark. That's Arc, right? You're not gonna try to say that's Arch.
Bring me pictures of He-Man.
What is Skeletor from?
He-Man.
What's He-Man?
He-Man.
What are Thundercats? She have like blue on her pipe.
I'm Skeletor. Yeah, he's from He-Man. He's the primary antagonist of the Master.
Who's He-Man?
He's the arch enemy of He-Man.
Who's He-Man?
It's the opposite of She-Woman.
Oh, okay. Sitting in a place like that would crush the roses. It might have been dangerous if the arch fell over. Arch or arch? But if there's a witch after... This was a witch after all. Showing concern for her safety was probably a waste of time.
Yes, thanks to you, it's going smoothly.
Naturally. The effects of my magic are immediate. Perhaps you feel that your mating was a predetermined fate. However, that is a mistake. Don't even think fate has anything to do with it. This is a different universe from the Fate franchise. This is not the Natsuverse.
This is not the Natsuverse.
The witch was calling attention to something. Two things, actually. First, that Shannon's relationship with George was a fate that would be absolutely impossible under normal circumstances. Second, that the power of the witch was great enough to overturn that fact. Shannon had just gotten wrapped up in those sweet days and started believing the illusion that all fate revolved around her. But she remembered the witch's words. Urgently, her relationship with George had been impossible. No, it might be impossible in the future as well. Sorry, please forgive me.
You're supposed to play the.
That one.
File.
Yeah, I can't be bothered.
Okay.
It's just like doctors. You cling to them when you're worried about your health, but after you're healed, you forget even to thank them. I've never been thanked as a witch, so I couldn't help acting a little weirdly. Forgive me.
The gratitude I feel has never slipped my mind. It's thanks to your power that I was able to achieve happiness, Torichi-sama. And without that power, the fate that brought me and George-sama together would never have happened. I have never forgotten that.
Sorry. It's not like I came here to bully you. Being rude is just part of my personality.
X3.
What do you mean? She came here to bully Shannon.
Nope.
What can you do on Yakajima that doesn't involve bullying Shannon? Do forgive me. More important. More importantly, I heard. So you went on a trip alone with him. I imagine it must have been quite fun.
Yes, it was very fun.
Shannon's face suddenly lit up. Sorry. You better not steal my line again, kid. I'll beat you up.
Sorry. I've been photoshopping a picture of Skeletor, or Beatrice's face on the Skeletor, so...
Why?
Because it's funny.
The witch laughed lightly, as though... Wait, but if you do that, the secret to the epitaph will be spoiled. You see, your Kushio 7 knew, okay, I gotta make a good epitaph. And the only way to solve it is to put Beatrice's face on Skeletor. But you're skipping all the steps to get there, man. You can't do that.
Hey, my bad.
The witch laughed lightly, as though amused by the speed of that transformation. Alrighty, the one you care for is more than the object of a one-sided love. You're a pair of lovers now. When two people are filled with love, nothing else is needed to establish a complete world. Perhaps you could call that a wonderful, ideal world. Even the witches would be jealous. Beatrice laughed pleasantly. That smile made her look as though she blessed the lovers' rendezvous from the bottom of her heart, without a trace of malice. You're gonna try to say that's Rendezvous, aren't you? Because I used to pronounce it like that.
Stop.
After that day, Beatrice had shown herself before Shannon every once in a while. Even now, Shannon thought of her as an unsettling being. However, she was also indebted to this person for the magic that led her to her current relationship with George. So Shannon tried with all of her might to not act surprised or scared.
That's right. Beatrice-sama, I bought some sweets as a souvenir from our trip. Would you, like to try some too?
Oh, a souvenir for a witch.
Oh! Yeah, there you go.
A souvenir for a witch? Said that even a witch who boasted of living for 1,000 years hadn't imagined that she would receive a souvenir from a sweet lover's trip. When she saw that surprised expression, Shannon thought of this witch as a friend for the first time.
It's Jessica.
What, Beatrice? Oh, an Easter cookie made from wheat flour and lard. Nasu, calm down. Anytime they describe food in a visual novel, it's just Nasu. He wrote that line.
This does take place in a Nasu verse.
Tearing up that in Western chocolate is truly the blending of Japanese and Western styles. The Silk Road of sweets. Oh, it's playing, I believe this is Hope. This is one of those songs lots of people love. I think it's an alright song. I'm not...
I actually really like it already.
Okay. I don't know if it's played before at this point. It might have played it early in episode 1.
I think it did. It sounds familiar at least.
It's an early Umineko song. Like, it just reminds me of episode 1. It just reminds me of before everyone dies. What? What's so funny?
Nothing. My apologies.
This witch, who surely held a terrifying power, was chomping down on sweets one after another, making it sound like a squirrel stuffing walnuts into its mouth. After a while, Shannon couldn't conceal her laughter. A good meal. I should serve you some Dulce Vita from Nero one of these days.
Oh, you tried so hard, but you still pronounced it wrong.
What?
That's Dolce.
What? That's Dulce.
That's Dolce.
From Nero one of these days? What? Umu cooks? Get it? Because Nero... Get it.
Yeah.
Roses are the symbol of eternal love. I believe our rose would be appropriate for you now. The witch was in a great mood, fully enjoying modern candy.
Here. I truly am grateful. I believe you've done more than enough for me already, so I'm returning this.
The thing Shannon had softly set on the table was a gold-colored butterfly brooch. There's no need to return it. If you continue holding that, your relationship should remain firm and perpetuity.
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 There you go.
I did it!
That's close enough.
It's your turn.
Ooh.
I'm not
Oh.
correcting that.
Maybe it was the power of magic that brought us together, but I think only the two of us working together can turn that into something that lasts forever.
Huh.
Oh.
Love and roses are the same. Too much fertilizer causes the roots to rot. Some flowers cannot be raised without hard work. In that case, do as you wish. You may wear it or keep it in a box. That is my goodwill, given to you. Having you return it to me won't please me at all.
Ah, my apologies. That's not what I.
Does that sound more like a oh or like Mario laughing? No harm's been done. That fruit is already yours. I love these Umineko streams. Not part of it's because Umineko, but the other is just the laughing factor. Just the stupid jokes that I can't tell solo. That brooch is already yours. If you treasure that proof of our friendship, it'll indeed bring me some comfort. You may hold on to it and gain its benefits, or you may keep it in a box. If you wish, you may even give it to another who's worrying about love. Or you can simply treasure it. Of course, it'd pain my heart if you wasted it. According to Beatrice, she had appeared several times in the past in response to a person's summons, to give them some tool imbued with magical power. However, when most people used that power to resolve their worries, they quickly grew unsettled by it, forgot their former gratitude, and threw away the tools they'd been given with disgust. So it's quite rare for me to be thanked for my goodwill. In fact, this might even be the first time. Ho 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 ho! The witch laughed heartily, but it looked like a sad laugh in Shannon's eyes. She herself had been like that in the past. No, maybe she was still like that now. Beatrice was definitely a witch, with a strange and terrifying power. Hey Grant, do you want to refute that? Narration just said Beatrice is definitely a witch.
Witches don't exist.
But the narration says she's definitely a witch.
You didn't say it in red.
Most people probably wouldn't want to stick around here, or if they could help it. Surely, even those who had relied on that strange power sometimes felt fear rather than gratitude as a result. Must have deeply hurt the witch to have that happen over and over. Since the time she started thinking that way, Shannon had tried to stop being frightened of Beatrice. This is surely something that had tormented the witch over 1,000 years. Maybe she really liked those sweets. Beatrice, who normally spoke abusively, praised the black tea that Shannon served her, looked to be in a remarkably high spirits. After doing that for a while, the witch and the servant grew animated in their discussion of the trip with George. Things Shannon actually knew about Beatrice were surprisingly few. First off, she was a ghost-like being who appeared in unexpected places at unexpected times. It seemed that not everyone could perceive that she was there. Apparently, everyone had something called a wavelength. The ability to perceive witches varies greatly amongst different people. Only Shannon and Cannon could interact with her enough to exchange words like this. There were a few people who could sense her presence, and most people couldn't even feel that much. Vermont Beatrice said, Cross and his wife had in particular, had zero magical talent. No matter how much she followed them around, they'd never notice her. Once earlier, when Shannon messed up and Nancy got really mad at her, Beatrice started playing around, hitting Nancy on the head with her pipe. I see. Nancy doesn't really notice a thing, but Shannon, watching that, had burst out laughing without thinking. He got scolded even more.
And what about the master? I hear he's been doing research in magic, so I'm sure he'll be able to notice you, Beatrice-sama.
Kinzo is the same. He also has a pitiful lack of magical talent. It's the blood. He also has he has so little talent that I pity him.
Huh?
As soon as they started talking about Kinzo,
question mark?
it felt like the atmosphere around Beatrice had changed. She had spoken about Cross and the rest lack of magical talent, as though she looked down on them. But she spoke of Kinzo in a different way. Anyone connected to the Ushiramiya family would know about Kinzo's Legend of the Gold. Have you heard about it, Grant?
Oh, no, you want to tell me about it?
So, you see, he has... How much gold? 100 tons?
10 tons.
100,000 tons?
Yeah.
A lot of gold. Like, more than a little gold. According to that, Kinzo was given the gold after summoning the witch Beatrice. In other words, she must have some kind of relationship with Kinzo. That was because he succeeded, despite having not a scrap of talent. Kept studying by himself like mad and managed to become a magician. And that's something really incredible, right? Oh, I'm sorry.
Indeed.
You stole my line! The witch, who usually looked down at people, was uncharacteristically offering her praise. Well, I'm allowed to steal your line, but you're not allowed to steal my line.
Of course.
I run this channel. While she lambasted, you want to correct me on that? Like you always do?
Lambasted. Good job.
And by saying he had no talent, she praised his efforts.
And then the master summoned Beatrice-sama with the power of magic.
Indeed. Hell, I only answered the summons on a whim. After all, in this period where magic has long been denied, here was a man who was without a scrap of talent, yet so desperate to succeed. Thought I'd drop by and poke some fun at him. And that's when my luck ran out. Ho, ho, ho! One cackles, one ho. Her choice of words, what? Highlighted how much of a disaster this had been for
You want to
her.
rephrase that?
No! One cackles, one ho. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Shannon hesitated over whether it would be safe to continue this discussion. Beatrice continued on her own, ignoring Shannon. After all, the contract did have a proper format and set of rules. This song is, World End Music Box? Something like that. And well, in deference to his enthusiasm, I graciously accepted his contract, then gave him a mountain of gold.
And then the master used that gold and succeeded in business. He grew his wealth into what it is today.
Indeed. His talent in magic was minimal, but it seems he had a knack for business and gambling. Or perhaps... Kaiji. They both start with K. Or perhaps it was due to the bravery and madness that led him to risk everything on unreasonable bets. Madness sometimes acts as a magical power. I see, if you look at it that way, perhaps it isn't quite fair to say he was completely lacking in magical talent. Ho ho ho!
You did one more ho than you
No, that was
did?
like 2.5. Shannon felt like she was daydreaming. While everyone in the Ushiramiya family knew the story of how Kinzo idolized black magic, summoned a witch, and received the gold, actuality, it was all rambling that no one believed in. And now, Shannon was having this story confirmed by the witch herself. She felt a little flustered by this incredible secret that only she knew. Once Kinzo gained his vast fortune, he could realize...
Okay.
What?
Having trouble?
He could realize every dream that can be satisfied by objects obtainable in the human world. And in the end, he searched for the truth of this world.
The truth of this world?
The single element that makes up the world. Kinzo would get everything... I'm sorry. What can obtain in the human world? Search for that. The final desire humans seek. The single element. She seemed to remember the witch using that word before. When Beatrice saw Sheridan trying to remember what that was, she laughed. I can't help it. She laughed bitterly, waving her hand and saying there's no need to worry.
Why are you laughing?
I just thought of a line that's taken out of context in Umineko. I think it's coming up here soon. I underestimated Kinzo just a tad. Truly didn't expect him to display such power. And thanks to that, I'm in this state. Been sewn in place on this island for several decades now, without even a friend to drink tea with. No matter whom I try to talk to, no matter whom I try to talk to, my voice doesn't reach them. No matter where I go, cannot do anything. Such boring decades. As she laughed in self-derision, she tapped her teacup with her finger.
She doesn't have a teacup.
What?
She doesn't have a teacup.
Yeah, she does. She's magic. She can have a teacup if she wants one. Made the light sound of pottery. Shannon didn't know whether the word self-derision was really an accurate expression to describe the look on the witch's face. Shannon didn't understand everything, but she could more or less figure out the situation. It was probably a topic that she couldn't press the witch on easily, not unless the witch started talking about it herself. Some of everything she'd said up until now, Beatrice, but summoned by Kinzo's magic, could not leave this island for some reason. She had lost her power in her form, leaving her days in boredom. During that time, her words had reached Shannon, who never forgot to show sincere respect for the witch, and Shannon had helped the witch regain her power, if only a little. As a result, it was now possible for the witch to drink tea with Shannon like this. Do you think anything about that?
Witches don't exist.
So, do you think that's just all a bunch of baloney?
Yes.
Okay. Beatrice, Sama.
I think
Oh.
Shannon is
Oops.
sitting on the beach alone eating bologna.
Why bologna? Oh, because it's bologna. Okay.
Itorichi-sama. What in the world was that mirror you told me to break?
Ah, that. Long ago, it seems various things happened on the islands around this area. Because of that, Maglinent.
Malignant.
Malignant? No, that's Miglinent. Malignant. Malignant.
Malignant.
No, they have silent. Alignment. Alignment.
Malignant.
Alignment. Okay.
Voices gathered here begin to draw an evil distortion. Seems a traveling Eastern magician or something metal shrine for the repose of souls and sealed them in here there. That in itself has nothing to do with me, but unfortunately, that magical power rests on a different foundation than mine. It created a strong interference with the magic and it was extremely bothersome. What do you think about that? If she wasn't a witch, would she be able to say malignment correctly?
Is it alignment?
You see, I'm not a witch, so I can't say it correctly.
Is that how it was? I just assumed it existed only to seal you, Itorichi-sama.
I was not its target, but it's a divine year. As a result, my power is sealed away. To use food as an example, maybe it'd go something like this. Nasu, please!
Please.
Let's say the Western food I ordered is being made in the kitchen. However, the kitchen. When they try to set the table, the area for the guest seating is in the Japanese style with Japanese style dishes. So the kitchen is unable to serve a plate that would be out of place. No matter how long I wait, my Western food won't arrive. Something like that. Shouldn't it be that would be in place, or wouldn't be out of place?
That Japanese style guest seating or turn to the area to a blank
That's
slate.
that's Beatrice talking, isn't it?
Oh. No?
Thanks for that, the meal I had ordered was finally delivered, and my power came back. You could say.
Oh.
However,
Bag.
so far only the aperitif. What is it? They made up words for the sake of the Umineko translation.
Aperitif? Is it like an appetizer? Aperitif.
Not so Umineko spoilers!
An alcoholic drink taken before a meal to stimulate the appetite.
Oh yeah, I want to know where.
Oh, sorry. It's French. It's aperitif. Aperitif.
Is French even a real language?
Anyways,
It'll be quite some time before the main dish. As I am now, I'm even more fragile than a shoe store fairy. Moo. What's so amusing?
I think it was a moo.
Well, look at Beatrice's mouth.
Yeah, that's why I think it was like a moo. Nothing. I just thought your metaphor was pretty funny. I never would have thought to use a story about food as a metaphor for magic.
You haven't read Paint Stained Night. That is a rather skillful comparison, but I certainly didn't expect it to be laughed at. I'm a bit offended. A slightly sulky expression rose to the witch's face. It wasn't a strange expression at all to be appearing on the face of some friends as they enjoyed their tea. Although I may not look it, I was known for doing extremely brutal things in the past. Good and soft. Now I can even have a foolish discussion while drinking tea with a human. She's probably talking to herself. Beatrice gazed at the seabirds tracing the horizon.
The Umineko!
She put her tea on her lips again. Wait, so hold on. So Beatrice is Jessica, right?
Yeah.
So Jessica put on a Beatrice dress. It was like, Shannon, I want to roleplay as Beatrice. So Shannon's like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Is that not what we're doing now?
Yeah, that's what this is. The clouds
That's
have...
what you and I are doing.
What, you're playing? Oh!
That was for the past 2 hours. You've been like, Grant, I want to roleplay as Umineko, and I was like, okay.
The clouds have come out. When the ocean loses its brilliance, it's nothing more than a gray puddle.
You think so? I think the ocean is a beautiful deep blue, even when it gets cloudy.
Maybe the witch noticed the deep meaning behind Shannon's words. She laughed lightly and set down her empty teacup. Seems those things buried in your eyes aren't black pebbles anymore. How is it? Do you see how it feels for furniture to be reborn as a human?
Yes, I never knew the world was this kind.
Since the start of her relationship with George, Shannon's face had grown brighter more often. Her smile made everything go smoothly, and it even changed her fortune. Shannon made less mistakes in her work than she had before. Family members' opinion of her was slowly starting to change. Just the other day, she'd been surprised when Cross, who really exchanged words with her, and suddenly started talking to her. Who's Cross? I'm Cross.
Wearing a splendid smile.
No, I'm Cross!
You.
No!
Something good.
Ah!
No. But everything is fun. Yes.
Huh. Wonderful! Subarashi! Goes without saying that coffee is more delicious when poured with a smile. Could I ask for that smile once more? It's like it's Sakamoto when he asked for the meal with a smile.
Yes, sir.
That had become a chance for Shannon to gain confidence in herself. Of course, it didn't go beyond her own heart. It wasn't so big as a change that anyone would notice. But she had begun to change, bit by bit. Shannon understood it clearly. Knowing love was the same as gaining a soul. The same as being reborn, from furniture into a human. There's absolutely nothing mistaken in Beatrice's words. By knowing love, Shannon learned what it was to be human. This has been Unusual Snacks. It was time well spent. It's probably about time for you to return to your work. So let us end our tea party now. But no, this is the main episode. Yeah, this isn't the tea party. After all, since a certain person doesn't like seeing us drink tea together. Huh? Oh, that's you. Do a good huh.
Huh?
The witch gripped a teaspoon and flipped it with her fingers, sending it up in the air. After that, it was launched by the fingers of some invisible person, flew straight into a nearby bush. Cannon's like, Jessica, stop drinking tea with Shannon, drink tea with me, come on. Or it's like, Shannon, stop talking to yourself while you eat bologna. The bush shook violently and Kaylin came out. Sydney had been there for some time, watching their tea party. The spoon was gripped in his hand. Brandon caught it in an instant, might have hit him hard in the forehead, and caused him to start oozing blood. Do not worry. Our tea party's over now, Cannon.
How long were you there? You told us I'd poured you some tea too.
We've been playing this for 47 minutes. It's just been sitting there for an hour. he just was like he had like two twigs with leaves on them, just holding them up instead of bush. Imagine you didn't want to interrupt a pair of women talking, right? Cannon kept silent, but there seemed to be a slightly hostile look in his eyes. On the outside, he acted with respect. But unlike Shannon, Cannon did not trust the witch. It's almost like she's gonna kill everyone.
Thinking.
Nah. Grit! That's bad! But Beatrice hit the table with her pipe, the tea set turned into gold butterflies. It flew outwards all at once. They then scattered in every direction. Cleanup was already done. It was fun, Shannon. Let us meet again if the chance arises. My magical power is still quite lacking. It's tiring even to show myself. You're that tired. Never appear again.
Teleports behind you.
Cannon said in a small voice, but the witch seemed to have heard it perfectly. She giggled, but did not reply. Shannon, tell me more about George at our next tea party. There are no stacks sweeter than a person's love life. See you again!
All I can think about is Super Mario jumping.
I'm sorry. Beatrice's body also became gold butterflies, which scattered in all directions and disappeared. Stop it! It's a fantastical and beautiful scene, like a blizzard of gold leaf. For a while, Shannon quietly watched the witch's exit. Cannon approached her from behind, spoke with an expression that was drastically different from hers. Nathan, didn't I tell you to stay away from her?
Beatorichi-sama isn't that bad of a person. Yes, she might be a little shady, but...
The fact that only we can see her is suspicious enough. That thing isn't human.
You aren't human?
Who knows what she might be planning?
Cannon-kun, I think it's a little rude.
There's a touch of sternness in Shannon's voice, which is unusual for her. To Cannon, who knew her well, she must have sounded extremely stern. Cannon, looking excessively surprised considering Shannon's tone, fell silent.
It's true that Beatorichi-sama is different from humans. She has a terrifying power, so I think it's right for us to fear and respect her. Still, I think it's incredibly rude to despise her just because she isn't human. Kono hito denashi.
I understand what you're trying to say, Nathan. Changed ever since she gave you that brooch. It's like you're her prisoner. She brought you here, brought you and George Summer together. Now you're indebted to her.
Don't say things like that.
That thing isn't human. We don't know what she's thinking, so you mustn't trust her. And we aren't humans either, Nathan. Cannon's words grew more serious. Those words probably gouged at Shannon's heart. She bit her lower lip and hung her head. We are furniture. Even if we receive names and are treated as humans, that won't change the matter of our birth. You're no longer furniture. Those words Beatrice had given her, which made her the happiest, floated through Shannon's mind.
I am not furniture.
No, you are furniture. We're less than human. Nathan, you're just pretending to have forgotten. Pretending to be a human. You know that as well as I do.
I am not furniture. I'm human!
No, you aren't. You have never possessed what it takes to love or be loved. Cannon's criticism seems to have shifted away from Shannon's meeting with the witch. Shannon picked up on that quickly. I heard from Milady. I said it! Ah! Seriously, what were you thinking? Can't believe you would go on a trip with George Sama. You've forgotten your place as furniture. You've just been tempted by that witch, mistakenly believing you've become human.
Listen, Cannon-kun. It's true that we're furniture, lesser beings, inferior to humans. But if it were possible to make up for what we lack, wouldn't that be the same as becoming human?
Such a thing will never happen.
No, it could. If we can do that, we won't be furniture anymore. We can become human.
Ridiculous. Baka bakashi. As if he could ever do such a thing. Cannon spat those words out, but did so weakly and turned away. He was probably giving up. After all, that suffering he'd undergone during the days he lived as furniture, his heart was firmly sealed.
You can do it too, Cannon-kun. You can become a normal human.
Stop it. That's the witch talking.
I feel like I'm watching Beauty and the Beast or something. Yes.
Who's the
Miyatoshi
beast?
taught me. Well, no, it's because they're all furniture.
Oh!
By taking a single element of this world, they could become human. Or rather, nobody's human if they don't have that.
That's why people spend their entire lives trying to gain that single... Oh, that's Shannon, sorry.
Yep.
I don't understand what you're trying to say, Nathan. I don't want to listen to your ranting.
Then I'll teach it in a way even you can understand. Look, see what I'm pointing at?
Huh? Shannon quietly pointed at the sea, towards the horizon. Ken didn't understand what you meant. Couldn't do anything except look between the horizon and Shannon's expression, which seemed to be posing a riddle.
The sea. Cannon-kun, what color does the sea look to you?
Is an extremely simple question. For a while, Cannon tried to guess at the meaning behind it, but he couldn't think of anything, so he answered obediently. It's a hazy, dark gray color. So what? Objectively speaking, the sea, laid out beneath a cloudy sky, could probably be described best by Cannon's words. But as Shannon closed her eyes and smiled, she shook her head slightly.
It looks deep blue to me.
Is that what you mean? Like how Japanese people use the word blue to refer to the green traffic light?
No. The sea is deep blue. If I understand and you don't, then that's the difference between us.
Cannon bit his lower lip and was silent for a while. I don't understand.
Karimasen. Cannon-kun, would you stick out your hand?
Why doesn't he have fingers? As Cannon was taken aback, unable to understand what she was saying, she took his arms and opened the palm of his hand.
It's because he's a boxer.
Shannon softly said something there. There's that magic brooch, which I had received from Beatrice. A magic charm shaped like a gold butterfly, that could bring love to fruition. This is... hers?
No, this is mine. So think of it as me and treat it with respect, okay?
After being spoken to like that, he couldn't just throw it away. Ken didn't know what he should do. He stood there confused for a while, the brooch still in the palm of his hand. Shannon put the palm of her hand on top of Cannon's. The brooch was worn by both of their hands.
This charm holds true magical power. I'm sure it'll teach you an important emotion, Kanenkun.
There's nothing to be learned from that person's magic.
No, there is something. So wear it. If that's embarrassing, I hear it's okay if you just hide it in your pocket.
Ridiculous. As if I'd let the magic of that person lead me astray. Even as he said that, Cannon couldn't be cold-hearted towards something Shannon was urging him to take. In the end, Cannon took it and agreed reluctantly, saying it proved that he wouldn't surrender to the witch's power. Shannon smiled and nodded back.
I'm sure you'll be able to learn something important from it. And I'm sure you can become human. When you do, I'm sure this ocean will have a beautiful blue to you as well, Kanenkun.
Gray is gray, no matter how many times you look.
It looks pretty blue to me, I don't know about you. That's wrong, Kanenkun. It only looks like that because you have no...
What doesn't he have? Huh? Because of the howling wind, he hadn't been able to catch the main point of what she just said. So Shannon said it once more. The single element of the world. She spoke once more of the world where it existed, where the sea was deep blue. I'm sure you'll be able to see it. Oh.
See a deep blue ocean too. After all,
Without love, it cannot be seen. Be ready to hear that a lot. I'll just tell you this. Without love, it cannot be seen. That's just repeated a lot. Take it as you will. This is like a short 5 to 10 minute scene, so let's do this and call the episode.
Have we seen Kinzo yet?
He's right there.
Who voices Kinzo?
You do. Come on, that's obvious. You're Kinzo.
Oh. What kind of voice do I give him?
Give him a Kinzo voice.
Who is that?
Do it right.
What?
Do it right!
I don't know. What kind of...
Fuel your inner desire into a voice.
My desire? Desire. Yemi wo Kirisaku.
Like, give him like a deepish voice. An angry one.
An angry... Who is that?
Not that angry, like, just... It is canon, master. It was rare for Kinzo to leave his study. Just tone down on the anger next time. However, the fact that he had... Just like, grumpy old man. That's Kinzo. The fact that he hadn't... He had didn't mean his noble research had been suspended. He may have left the study because of a change in mood, but that didn't mean the thoughts filling his head were any different from those he had while inside the study. Canon knew that no matter what the time, speaking to Kinzo when he didn't want to be spoken to would always disturb his research.
It's cloudy out there. Will it get worse?
He sounds like a cowboy. Kind of.
It's cloudy out there.
Yes. According to the weather report, it could rain at any time. Shall I bring you an umbrella?
It will not come to that. Leave me alone for a while.
Look at how angry he looks in that sprite.
If my children ask, say that you do not know where I am. I am busy on a journey through my own thoughts.
Certainly. Then, if you'd excuse me. Before Canon finished bowing, Kinzo had already returned to his own world, having forgotten Canon's presence completely. Once again, he began rambling to himself. Amidst those words, the name of that witch popped up many times.
Oh, be a Tori.
No, do the right Beatrice, come on.
What?
Do the, oh, Beatrice!
Oh, Beatrice!
There you go.
My hand will not reach your smile. What can I do to revive you? What can I do to make you smile at me once more? What is lacking? My research, my materials, my catalyst. Or is it my magical power? Or luck or an oracle? Oh, Beatrice! What can I do to see your face one more time? Oh!
It's the cowardly dog.
Oh, Beatrice!
His Canon listened to his master's weeping voice with his back turned.
Muriel.
He turned around just once. When he did, right behind his isolated old master, was the shadow of a person who shouldn't have been there. It was the witch. At once, thinking that the witch must be plotting to do Kinzo's harm, Cannon dashed back to Kinzo and tried to form a shield with his body. When he saw the expression on the witch's face, that emotion of his vanished. After all, Beatrice's expression was sorrowful, or maybe pitying. You fool, Kinzo. Can't you see me, even though I'm here? Right behind Kinzo, as he repeated the witch's name over and over, desiring to be reunited with her more than anything else. Desiring, get it? Was the witch herself. And yet, Kinzo didn't notice anything. When Beatrice tried to rest her hand on his shoulder, he didn't notice.
Why? Why does my hand not reach Beatrice's smile? Is it the age of the moon, the cycle of the comets, the alignment of the planets? What is lacking? What is?
Your Kinzo voice is too quiet. You gotta be loud. Yell.
Dude, my mother is trying to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It's useless, Kinzo. Without love, it cannot be seen.
Oh god.
Cannon took the brooch he had received from Shannon out of his pocket. By learning something new, what he became able to glimpse something he couldn't see now? Without love, cannot be seen. He looked at Kinzo's back once more. The witch could no longer be seen there. Ooh, spooky!
Ooh.
Okay, I'd say we've gotten past the, I guess the weak part of episode 2.
Now here comes the child abuse.
No, we still have one scene left until that, I think. It's the Sugru Peton scene. Yeah, we're here. That'll be next episode, guys, and that's gonna be a great one, let me tell you. Then after that, we're on the child abuse, I think.
Right.
We stop transitioning, I can save and call it. Okay, there we go. System, save. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys next time with some more Umineko. You have anything to say?
Umineko Kuroni.
Yep.
Translated it.
No, you only said that at the end. You don't steal my job! That's the one thing I get.
When the seagulls
No,
cry.
that's the one thing I get, and you're stealing it.
We're commonly known as Umineko when they cry.
You steal everything. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye. Bye.